Hey there, outdoor enthusiasts. Welcome to my channel, your go-to channel for all things adventure and eco-conscious exploration. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart and crucial for anyone who loves spending time in nature: the 7 Leave No Trace principles. Before we jump in, I want to mention that this video is based on a blog post I have on my website. If you want to read along or dive deeper into the topic, just check out the link in the description below. Now, let's get started. As more and more people are discovering the joys of outdoor activities, it's important to remember that we have a responsibility to enjoy nature in a way that preserves it for future generations. That's where Leave No Trace comes in. Leave No Trace is a set of guidelines that help us minimize our impact on the environment when we're out exploring. It was developed back in the 1960s when land managers started noticing the negative effects of increased human presence in natural areas. Today, it's used worldwide to help people be responsible visitors in nature. So, what exactly are these 7 principles? Let's break them down. First up, plan ahead and prepare. This means doing your research before you head out, knowing the regulations of the area you're visiting, and being ready for any weather conditions. Second, travel and camp on durable surfaces. Stick to established trails and campsites to minimize damage to vegetation and prevent soil erosion. Third, dispose of waste properly. This one's simple: pack it in, pack it out. Don't leave anything behind, and if you need the toilet, make sure to do it at least 200 feet away from water sources. Fourth, leave what you find. Resist the temptation to take souvenirs like rocks, plants, or artifacts. Let others experience the same sense of discovery you did. Fifth, minimize campfire impacts. Use established fire rings when possible, keep fires small, and make sure they're completely out before you leave. Sixth, respect wildlife. Observe animals from a distance, never feed them, and store your food securely to avoid attracting critters to your campsite. And finally, be considerate of other visitors. Remember that you're sharing the outdoors with others. Keep noise levels down, respect others' privacy, and be friendly on the trail. By following these 7 principles, we can make sure that our outdoor adventures don't leave a lasting negative impact on the environment. But it's important to remember that Leave No Trace looks a little different depending on where you are. For example, in the mountains, vegetation grows slowly and soils are fragile, so it's extra important to stick to designated trails. In the desert, water is scarce, so we need to be mindful of how we dispose of waste. And even in city parks, we need to be respectful of wildlife and other visitors. One of the best things we can do to ensure a sustainable future for the outdoors is to teach Leave No Trace to kids. By instilling these values from a young age, we're raising a generation of environmentally responsible individuals. Make it fun by turning it into a game, like seeing who can spot the most animal tracks without disturbing them. Of course, implementing Leave No Trace isn't always easy. Social media can draw crowds to sensitive natural areas, and balancing access to nature with preservation can be a challenge. But by working together and adapting our practices to local contexts, we can overcome these hurdles. So, here's my challenge to you: start incorporating Leave No Trace into your outdoor adventures, one principle at a time. Share what you've learned with friends and family, and get involved in conservation efforts in your community. Remember, every action counts. As we wrap up, I want to remind you that taking care of nature is an ongoing commitment. By following Leave No Trace, we're not just preserving the outdoors for our own enjoyment, but for generations to come. I hope this video has inspired you to be a responsible steward of the environment. If you liked what you heard, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your adventure buddies. And don't forget to check out the blog post linked below for even more tips on eco-friendly outdoor exploration. Until next time, happy trails. And remember, let's leave no trace and keep nature wild and beautiful.